Welcome to The Secrets of Success. By following the proven techniques of the guests who appear on this series, you'll learn that even successful people run into detours and failures, and how you can apply their success techniques to change your life.
You're now listening to the most unique show on radio, the show dedicated to making you a success. If you want success, just follow your soul and listen to the advice of our guest, Zoe. Zoe, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much. It's great being here.
Now, Zoe, you are the author of a book called Mastering the Art of Success, and you wrote this book with a gentleman named Jack Canfield. Now, I think we know him. Isn't he the guy who, he's the best-selling author of Chicken Soup for the Soul? He's written The Success Principles, and he's also known for the movie The Secret. What was it like working with someone like this?
Well, it was such an honor to work with him. I still can't believe up to this day that I actually wrote a book with him. So this was really a dream come true for me, because when I saw the movie The Secret, and when it came out in 2006, 2007, Jack Canfield was the person that really stood out for me, and I felt the most connected to. So what I did back then was putting a picture on Jack on my vision board, saying that I want to work with this man someday. And now I'm here. So this really proves that the law of attraction works. And,
so you actually put, before you worked with him, you put the picture on the vision board, and you actually got to work with him.
Ago. Yeah.
All right. So you're living proof of exactly what you're going to be telling us today, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Now, in the book, the chapter that you deal with, you talk about follow your soul's blueprint to success. Can you explain what the soul's blueprint is and why it's important, in achieving the concept of success?
Yeah, the way I see it, everybody is born for a specific reason, and we all have a purpose, of course, in our lives. And we have certain missions to complete and experiences that we're here to live, and, of course, many challenges as well in many different areas. And everything in our lives assists us to grow. And all of these challenges and missions and experiences, they create what I call a blueprint, your soul's blueprint, your soul's purpose. So this is actually more like a map that you are born with that can guide you to the best, to get the best out of your lifetime. So it's like an individual how-to manual, if you would like to call it that, of your life. So this is a more spiritual way of seeing success. So because when you really follow that blueprint, you will automatically become successful.
We love things like that because it simplifies it for all of us, and the simpler we can make it and understand it, all the better. Now, your concepts are particularly, you write about be an attractive magnet and soul vibration marketing. Can you explain what this is and how this works?
Yeah, being an attractive magnet is a more powerful way of working with the law of attraction. As the law of attraction states, of course you know that, but like attracts like. And so it's the energy that you emanate that will attract things and people and circumstances in your life. And therefore, your job is to create a strong energy signal of what you would like to manifest and send out that signal to your life. And what these energy techniques does is that they enhance the energy signal that you would like to send out. So I have several guided meditations to help you to really go into deep in the energy techniques. For example, you can create like a swirl inside your body. You can create this tornado of your energy and really pumping up the volume of your energy. And this is so effective. It really, really works.
Hey, well, you already told us it worked for you. You put up Jack Canfield's picture on your vision board. So if you can do that, and and you're kind enough to tell us that it actually worked in your life, hey, I think we better follow you because you have the blueprint for success and you know how to do it. Now, a lot of people, I guess, one of the things, let's face it, we go to school, we pay bills, etc., and we'd like to make more money and maybe meet that right person in our life. How would you tie that in with the being an attractive magnet and working with the soul vibration. How does a person do that to bring more money into their life? And we're not saying they have to be millionaires or anything, but just pay the bills and, kind of be at a happy state and maybe also meet that special person.
Yeah. The most simple example is actually talking about money. So if you want to attract more money in your life, first you have to do, if you follow my recipe, you find the energy of money, find that specific frequency of money. And you can do that by getting to a state of excitement and joy and total happiness, because the frequency of money is a very high-pitched frequency. It's just like, exaltation, if you want to call it like that, compared to the lower frequencies of sadness and anger and sorrow, for example. And so first you find the frequency of money, and then you place that. You can use one of the energy techniques. For example, you can place that energy inside your body, and you expand that frequency to your whole body. Of course, I guide these different meditations, but that's the way I do it. And then you can turn up the volume again of that frequency, so that your whole body, all your cells in your whole body is filled with this frequency of money, and you turn up the volume so that you will you're sending out a super strong signal of money. So that's the simple explanation of this, and it really works. It really works. I've done this so many times with my students as well.
Again, it sounds like you are very much into it, and if you say it works, we want to try it, because if it's working for you, hey, you're the expert on it, and you're working with the world's greatest success people. Now, how about in business in general, by using these techniques? Let's just say someone is an accountant, they're a salesman for a company. Can they use them in that venue?
For the company that they're working in, their own company? Or
it could be their own company. They may be a teacher, in their profession, whatever their life profession is. Do these techniques overlap? Can we use them there?
The way I teach them is that you really get results for yourself first. Of course, you can try to attract money to another business or whatever. You always can create something better and more, but it's based on creating results for yourself. So that's the basics of it. So of course you can really achieve anything if it is in alignment with your purpose in life. That's the way I see it. That's like the basics of it. Now, so yes, you can really achieve anything.
Now, Zoe would like to mention to our audience, in case someone's just tuning in, our guest today is simply Zoe, just one name, and her book is Mastering the Art of Success. It's written with Jack Canfield, and if you've heard the first part of the show, she was telling us about that experience working with Jack. It's different stories and people's points of view on success, and of course Zoe's also is in there. And Zoe, could you tell us where the book is available, and if there's a website where we can find out more?
Yeah, it's available on Amazon, of course, and on my website as well if you want to get the ebook. It's zoeland.org. So it's zoeland.org. It's ZOELAND.org.
So your name just with LAND and .org. Mm-hmm. And we'll ask you that again throughout the show, because sometimes our listeners are driving, or they may not have the opportunity to write it down. They may want to get it later on in the show. And as we always tell our listeners, if you want success, you have to be active. You have to get out there and do something.
Yes,
and
really, you have to be active.
If you're out there looking for success, Zoe's book has a lot of good tips in there, and it's working for her. You hear how excited she is about it. Give it a chance. See if it works for you. And if it does, you're going to be very happy. You're going to be very rich, and you'll be on the show, and then you'll be telling us your secrets and giving Zoe credit.
Yeah.
Now, Zoe, in one of the things I think Jack Canfield said, and he was referring to your concepts, he said, this is what was missing in The Secret. And for those who don't know, The Secret was a book from a few years ago that came out about, I believe, the law of attraction. So what did he mean when he said that this is what's missing?
Well, my concepts, be an attractive magnet and soul vibration marketing, they are deeper and more sophisticated and more powerful ways of working with the law of attraction. For example, people often talk about, the power of thought, and that your thoughts really create your reality. But in my teachings, I share how to use your whole body, your whole energy field to create your preferred reality. So that's one thing. And also, it's important to understand that it's not only your energy that you consciously work with that will create your reality, but also your unconscious signal as well. So, for example, if you have limiting beliefs of yourself and their reality, your shadows, you will not create the results that you want to. And so one big part in my teachings is that you can clear your blocks. You have to clear your blocks so you can send out this super strong, pure signal, this clean signal of what you would like to manifest, and nothing like, oh, I'm not worthy of this. And so that may be an underlying belief saying that you're not worth anything. And then it's really difficult to attract success. And as I mentioned before, you have to be in alignment with your soul's purpose. That's also one of the basics in my teaching. So it's a more deeper way of looking at the law of attraction.
I can tell you a lot of times I just people watch, and it's a common term, but you look at them and I'll see them going into a courthouse or into a business building. And of course, I don't know their past or their future, but some people just look like winners. And I imagine some of those people are following your book, Mastering the Art of Success, because they just have an attitude, and you feel, if you were going to work with someone or for someone, you'd say, I'd like to work with that man or that woman. Others, you see them, and like you say, the body language just gives away. They're not the winning entity. They're more the loser, and hopefully life is good, but I don't think they're properly aligned. And I'd like you to talk about that a little more too. Is that getting everything in life kind of in the right line? Is that what you mean?
I mean, you're in alignment with your higher purpose, because as I said, you have your blueprint, you have a mission why you're here, you have your you signed up for certain soul contracts, or I call them soul contracts. You're here for a reason. So if you are in alignment with what you're here for in this lifetime, so this is a more spiritual way of seeing this, of course, and some people can really connect with that, and some people can. So, but that's what I mean when you're acting in alignment with who you are, and that's it's not really complicated. It's just being who you are and not conforming to the society or to other people or something like that.
Well, I guess a lot of us today, our parents tell us, gee, your father was an accountant, your grandfather was an accountant, you should be an accountant. And, we think we should, or a doctor or a teacher. And I guess sometimes that's not for us, but it seems like a good job or a good opportunity. And, I guess that gets us out of alignment. Is that the idea?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's so many things out there that disalign us. You're getting out of your purpose, your map. You're totally sort of lost, actually, because of other people around you. And
And when we do, I think life is so easy. Am I right?
Yeah, it's so easy if we really listen to our own individual path that is absolutely right for me. And it might not be right for our parents or our friends or other people around you or the society, but it's right for you. And that's when I got successful, when I really followed my heart and got into this. And yeah.
Now, Zoe, you write in the book, you say you can create your energy brand by finding your soul's vibration. How do you, let's say you're working with somebody and a young woman comes up to you and said, how do I find my soul's vibration? I really haven't heard that term till you used it. So can you give us kind of an overview how you'd work with that person and help them?
Yeah, of course. The first step to find your soul's vibration, it can be very easy done by connecting with your heart. So what I teach is the heart meditation, and if people want to get a recording of the heart meditation, they just sign up for my newsletter on my website there. And so you get very deep into your heart, because the soul is connected to your heart. That's the part of your body that you can really connect to your soul. And your soul, as I said, contains your purpose, your mission. So if you're connected to yourself, it's very easy for you to stay in alignment with your purpose. So to go really deep into your heart and feel your energy, your specific, your unique energy in your heart. That's the way of getting in contact with your soul's vibration. And
do we need someone though? I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, do we need someone like yourself though to see it? Sometimes are we too close that we can't see our own vibrations and you know what's in our heart? Do we need an outside person who can kind of observe that and find it for us?